Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel Grady Physics. So this is video 7 on chapter 3rd of class 11. In this session, we talk about the topic kinematic equations of rectilinear motion for constant acceleration. Before we starting a new topic, if you don't know what is average velocity, average acceleration and speed, so just saw my previous videos, the link is in the description. So without wasting the time, let's start the video. So there are three kinematic equations of rectilinear motion for constant acceleration. As you can see on the screen, the first one is position of object at time t is equals to 0 is 0. And our second one is position of object at time t is equals to 0, which is x0. Here I divided into two columns as you can see. In this equation, we denoted displacement by x, velocity by v and acceleration by a, same as time t. All are related. Using the graph kinematic equation of motion can be derived. Here only bodies moving with constant acceleration are dealt with. So our first equation is the relation between initial velocity v0, final velocity v, uniform acceleration a and time t. So v is equals to v0 plus at. This is our first equation. Now move to the second one. The second equation represents the relation between displacement x at initial velocity v0 and acceleration a and time t. And that equation is represented by x is equals to v0 t plus half at square. Now move to the third one. The third equation is the relation between initial velocity v0, final velocity v, acceleration a and displacement x. That is called v square is equals to v0 square plus 2ax. So these are the three important kinematic equations for uniform accelerated motion. Now move to the equations. So this derivation is based on the properties of a velocity time graph for uniform accelerated motion, where the slope of the graph represents the acceleration, graph's area represents the displacement, as you can see on the diagram on the screen. Now move to the some basic terms. Our first is constant velocity, which is average velocity equals the slope of a position upon time graph when an object travels at constant velocity. So this is the formula of constant velocity. Now move to the second one. So the displacement when an object moves with a constant velocity, which is the displacement is the area under the velocity versus time graph. Delta x is equals to v delta t. Our third one is uniform acceleration. This is the equation of the line of a velocity versus time graph when an object is undergoing uniform acceleration. Vf means final velocity is equals to at plus v0, where at is the slope is the acceleration and v0 is the interrupt is the initial velocity. You can see the graph which is shown on the screen. Similarly, the displacement when an object accelerated from rest. So the displacement is still the area under the velocity versus time graph. However, velocity is constantly changing. You can see on the graph. Now we will use the formula for the area under a triangle, which is delta x is equals to half delta v delta t. Now from the slope of velocity time graph, a bar is equals to delta v over delta t. Or we can say that delta v is equals to a bar delta t. Now substitute for delta v. So we got delta x is equals to half a bar delta t into delta t, which is delta t square. Now we will assuming uniform acceleration and a starting time which is 0. The equation can be written as delta x is equals to half at square. Now here we take displacement when object accelerates with initial velocity. So break the area up into two parts. The rectangle representing displacement due to initial velocity. So our first equation is delta x is equals to v0 delta t. Our second part is showing the rectangle displacement due to acceleration, which is delta d is equals to half a into delta t square. Now taking the sum of two areas, which is delta x is equals to v naught delta t plus half a into delta t square. Or if starting time is equals to 0, the equation can be written as delta x is equals to v naught t plus half at square. So this is our second equation of kinematic equation. Before we started the derivation of third equation, we find the relationship between delta x, v and a. Sometimes you are asked to find the final velocity or displacement when the length of time is not given. So to derive this equation, we must start with the definition of average velocity, which is delta x upon delta t. So there is another way to express average velocity, which is v is equals to vf plus v naught upon 2. We have already expressed the acceleration as delta v upon delta t. This can be rearranged to delta t is equals to delta v upon a. If we expanded this, so we got vf minus v naught upon a bar. Now take the equation for displacement delta x is equals to v bar delta t and make substitutions for average velocity and time. So we got this vf plus v naught upon t and delta t is vf minus v naught upon a. Now substituting it into the formula, so here we got vf plus v naught upon t into vf minus v naught upon a. On simplifying, we got vf square minus v naught square upon 2a. So now if we rearrange it, then we got 2a bar plus delta x is equals to vf square minus v naught square. Now if we rearrange it again to obtain the more common form, then we got vf square is equals to v naught square plus this. So this is the derivation of third equation. Now this time we have to recall how we find these all equations. So first decide what model is appropriate. Is the object moving a constant velocity or is it accelerating uniformly? Next, decide whether it is easier to use an algebraic form or a graphical representation. These are the basic things which you recall after solving an equation or finding any equation. Now here we take constant velocity again. If you are looking for the velocity, then use the algebraic form or find the slope of the graph. Actually, this is all the same thing. But when you looking for the displacement, then use the algebraic form or find the area under the curve, as I find on the screen. In uniform acceleration, if you want to find the final velocity, then same uses the algebraic form as I told you above. But if you are looking for the acceleration, then rearrange the equation above as I rearranging this equation, which is the same thing as finding the slope of a velocity time graph. But if you find the displacement, then use the algebraic form, eliminated initial velocity if the object started from the rest, or find the area under the curve as shown on the figure. Now the one thing is that if you don't know about the time, you can solve for delta t using one of the earlier equations and then solve for the desired quantity. Or you can use this equation as well, or rearranging it to suit your needs. Now I take all the equations in a place for constant velocity or for uniform acceleration. So these are all the equations that are used above. So thank you so much guys for watching this video. If you like it, then please subscribe my channel. Please share it also.